Hihanimashite Daiwa Chianke. My name is Michelle, and today we're going to be talking about all of the books I have acquired. Because I'm not 100% sure where the line is. I have 30 books here for you today. First one that I'm going to talk about, I was sent to by Levine Querido, and this is The Art Thieves by Andrea L. Rogers. This comes out in October. This is kind of giving me the 5th season vibe because this also does talk about like climate. This is a climate fiction. The second one that we have is The Truth According to Ember by Dana Ganava, and she is a Chickasaw author, and this is about Ember, who is native, and she's applied for a bunch of jobs and hasn't landed one. So she decides, you know what, I'm gonna check that white square instead of the native square, and let's see what happens. Thank you to Danica for getting this into my hands, and also thank you to Berkeley for sending this to me. This is the first time Berkeley ever sent anything to me. Alright, so the next one that we have is Where They Last Saw Her by Marcy Arendon, and this one is a mystery, I believe. This also covers the topic of missing murdered Indigenous women. Thank you to Random House for sending this to me. For the next one, I received a really cute package, and it had like postcards and a pin, and it was so cute. I unboxed it on my Instagram, so if you want to see more of that, you can go head over there for that. And we have Cloud Missives by Kenzie Allen, and this is a collection of Indigenous poems by Kenzie, and I'm really excited to read this. Thank you to Tin House for sending this to me. So this next one I also got in a little package, and this is from Highwater Press, and I have 4 to show you. We have Surviving the City Volume 3, We Are the Medicine, and this one you get to catch up with Des, and I am really excited about that. The next we have Little by Little by Sonia Ballantyne. You Can Change the World. Also has Rael McGregor and Tobin Racicot for artists, and I am really excited to read this too because like it looks so cute on the inside. Highwater Press puts out some really high quality page books with their graphic novels. Even though they're short, they pack like a lot of punch inside them. Next one we have is by Albert McLeod, and that is Between the Pipes. This one I know is about a teen hockey player, and I believe is Who's Spirit. And the last one that we have is Little Moons by Jen Storm, Ryan Howe, and Alice R.L. So we get a common artist for a couple of them. This one also covers missing murdered Indigenous women. I got about halfway through this. I just have to finish it. Really hard, but also it's a very common thing for a lot of Native families when one of their family members goes missing. So the last one that I got for the Native releases, but definitely not the last, and that is On a Wing and a Tear by Cynthia Leidig Smith. This came out 10th or the 17th, I think. This is about Grandfather Bat and this family, and they take him to this legendary baseball game that's supposed to take place, and it's a road trip book. And so if anybody knows, you know, a road trip is always a good time. Alright, so these next ones I got from other publishers, and I'm really excited. So this first one that I got is Between Friends and Lovers by Shirlene Obuobi. She wrote On Rotation, so this one's about a doctor, of course. This next one is from Penguin Teen, and that is Exes and Foes by Amanda Wood, and I'm really excited to read this. So this next one is also from Avon. Thank you to them for sending this to me. This is The Au Pair Affair by Tessa Bailey. I've read a couple Tessa Baileys where like I really loved one, and then there was one that I was just like, okay, so this next one I'm really interested in because it comes out in January, and that is Give Me Butterflies by Jillian Meadows. Look at this cover. Look how shiny. Like, just thank you to Avon for like treating me so well. And then the last one from publishers is also from Penguin Teen, and that is Cursed Boys and Broken Hearts by Anna Massas. And I heard that this is like has an angry boy. It's gonna be a good time. I'm sorry, there's just no way for me to get a romance and be really like super disappointed. Okay, so this next stack of books was either bought with my own money, bought by Calvin, or my brother-in-law, or other people. These two kind of are in tandem. One of them is my pick, the other is actually my husband and my brother-in-law's pick. So we were at the store, and I was holding both of the books, and I was like, okay, which one sounds better? And my husband and my brother-in-law were both like, oh well, I like this one better. So my brother-in-law bought that other one for me, and then I still put them both in the cart anyway. So we have A Novel Love Story and Not in Love by Allie Hazelwood. They chose Not in Love by Allie Hazelwood because this is also a STEM romance, and this one I chose because of the fact that it takes place at a book retreat. I don't know what that says about them, but I know that they love me enough to buy me books, and honestly that's all I care about. These next few romances, Calvin bought these for me. We have Not Another Love Song by Julie Soto. The next one I have is The Art of Catching Feelings by Alicia Thompson. And this one was recommended by Tomes and Textiles. This one is The Match by Sarah Adams. And honestly, this had a dog on it and I wanted it. This next one is This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. This one I got because I also have the other Carly Fortunes. These next two I got. And we have Good Girl Bad Blood by Holly Jackson. If you know, you know what this is about. I don't need to tell you. And then we have Everything We Never Said by Sloane Harlow. So these next two I have Daydream by Hannah Grace and Morbidly Yours by Ivy Fairbanks. This one I got because my husband dared me to start Icebreaker, which I did start Icebreaker. So he was like, okay, I guess you can get Daydream because you have to actually start reading them to get them. And I was like, fine. And then Morbidly Yours just really caught my eye. And then I saw Danica talking about it. And so I was like, all right, let's put it on there. Anytime I see Danica talking about something, I'm like, bye. My husband's wallet is probably crying right now. So the next three I got while I was in Sioux Falls for Soren's doctor's appointments. And he's okay. He'll have to get some surgery a couple months from now, but he'll be totally fine. I have The Kiss Countdown by Etta Easton. I was looking for like black romances and a lot of them suggested this one. This next one I got was recommended by Sal. That is The Lesbiana's Guide to Catholic School by Sonoda Reyes. And this next one was also one that I could find, and that is On the Bright Side by Anna Sortino. So these next two I got from my friend Corey. We went out for lunch, we talked for a little bit, and he only comes to see me like barely once a year, so he was going to pay for my food. Totally as per autism, we did not have that conversation, so I paid for my own food and I was like, that's okay, you can just buy me a book, right? And so I thought he was just gonna buy me one book, and then when I gave him the book that I decided on, he was like, oh, are you gonna get any other ones? And so my brain was like, I'm gonna get the other one that I want. So we have Upon Me for Two by Trinity Yen, and then we have Cross the Line by Simone Sultani. And the last but not least, I actually got from the library. I was looking through the discarded pile and I saw this one, and it had no indication that it was the library's copy. It had no indication of anything. It was just there. So I was like, you're coming home with me. And we have Home is Where the Bodies Are by Geneva Rose. And Geneva Rose is hilarious as shit. But basically, from what I remember from the premise, is that kids, their mom dies, they go there, they find a tape, put it in, and it's their dad like freaking out and he's got blood all over him. And that was all I needed. We have 15 books here that we talked about today. I hope that you're doing okay. I hope that you are nourishing yourself. I hope that you're hydrating yourself. I know I need to hydrate. I made the very grave mistake of not having like something to sip on. But also make sure that you prepare, because as you know, we're reaching that like fake summer, early fall stage. Make sure you take a blanket and put it in your car. You don't want to need it and not have it. Get your car ready and go outside, okay? There's so much going on. Just go outside, take in the air, look at some leaves, I don't know. Get you like a scarf, you know, and your little, those pumpkin drinks, you know, the hot ones. Get one of those and just kind of like stand there and have your little Gilmore Girls moment. But if you can't do that, if you can't go outside, have somebody bring you like a plant. If you made it all the way through, give me a book emoji. Let me know what you read. All of my links are going to be down below if you want to become a patron. Like, subscribe, and it all helps. I'm trying to reach 2K at some point, but whenever that happens, that will happen. That's going to be all for me, and I will see you all later. Later, Tater. Bye.
Squirrels are scary, man. Who's your kid now, Thor? Best of friends. Best of friends.
Maybe. Hey, honey bunnies.
I'm not a doctor, I'm an actor. Tea, darling.
Sebastian Stan. Man, you're looking good.